Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. We have got it on, brother.
We do.
We say it, we do it. Okay, be nice even when the other guy isn't.
Sound advice.
What do you mean by that?
Oh crap! I forgot his name.
I was gonna say no.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah, what about him?
From Roadhouse.
Okay,
Be nice even when the other
is that
guy's
what he
not.
said?
Well, I heard another guy quote him. That's why I had to write that down. And I got to tell you, it's been years since I've seen Roadhouse. But it's good. It's sound advice, and I'll tell you why. Never be the jerk, man. Never be the ass in the room. I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you're in a room full of guys that are asses, and then they're egging you on a little, and you know you're 10 times smarter than they are, and you want to prove it. Just don't. Just don't.
Shoot.
You know, basically, I guess this show is a way to be better. Always take the high road kind of. I think this is a take the high road kind of show.
I like that.
You know, don't get in the dirt with somebody. Don't get in the mud with somebody. I need you to contribute because I'm running out of stuff here. What are you doing?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm saying I need you to contribute to the show.
I know, but go ahead. What were you saying? Take the high road and what?
Take the high road.
And don't be a jerk.
And don't be a jerk and contribute to the show. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, there was something.
We didn't have a board meeting before
Well,
this
no,
one.
there was something that I heard.
What would Jesus do?
Yeah. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, love your
Enemy.
enemies. You know, pray for those who persecute you.
Right.
I mean, I was having this discussion the other day about when people don't like you. I mean, when you feel like people are talking about you behind your back or they're mocking you, in front of your face per se, but it's like that's so hard for me because it's like you take it so personal.
I do not. I enjoy this. I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I got to tell you.
Well,
that's
the way I am.
I love it. I don't love it. I mean, I'm like everybody else. I want everybody to like me, but I know I'm a very outspoken guy. So much so that I want to try to force people to watch my shit on the internet, and I want to outrage people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I want them to think about things.
Right.
And,
right. Get critical thinking. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes. Exactly.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. But anyway, my point is, I do get enjoyment out of if I know somebody's. Oh, Dave, hey buddy, how gosh, I haven't seen you so long. You look good, Yeah,
He looks like crap.
Wowee, man.
I'm kidding. No, but that's what
I mean,
that's what they're really saying.
I like to try to come up with things to say that I know that they criticize me about to make them crazy to see if they'll break and
yeah.
And it's like my little way to torture them.
But what if, in the instance of you don't know what they're saying, they just don't like you?
No, I always know what they're saying. I always know what they're thinking.
But I'm just saying in the context of you don't know what they're saying, but they don't like you, and they mock
pretend
you.
to. But then they pretend to.
Yeah.
I love that.
And a lot of times, I don't know about you, but has that happened at like your workplace?
Well, there's I'm one of three, so.
Well, but in your history of work.
Oh, sure. There's been places.
And that's where
no, not
for
really.
me.
I'll be honest. Most places I've worked, I've gotten along. Although I'm sure there's been a couple here.
Yeah, right. They're like, he's. But the thing I was talking about, I want to finish my thought on that because I was talking about that, and I had realized that it's not me that their animosity is really towards. It's through the one I represent, which is Jesus. And he was persecuted and mocked, and so if I'm living for him, Yeah, I mean, I make mistakes. I say and do things that obviously are my own free will and choice. But when
Yeah,
it comes down to it, that's my goal is to represent Christ. So if I'm doing that, even if someone doesn't like me and is making fun of me or whatever, I need to remember that I just shouldn't take it personally.
No.
And that's hard though. That's hard
their
for me.
issue, man.
That's hard for me. I take it personally.
Like I said, it actually depends on the person. If it's somebody I've actually really cared about,
Yeah.
and I didn't know this before,
Right.
so it blindsided me. Yeah,
Right.
That's going to
Okay.
affect me.
Okay.
But if it's somebody I already know what their deal is, man, I just have fun with it. You know.
Well, but it's also loving them. I think in this title.
I mean, no. I mean, I have
subject.
no ill will feelings towards them. I just think, you know what? They just don't dig my style, man.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
okay. You don't have to. And I'll be honest with you. I'm not everybody's cup of Java there. You know. I mean, you gotta have you gotta be a tolerant guy to ask Joe, man. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's not
You
easy
do.
knowing me. You should
Especially when you're trying to get him on a tennis court. We were supposed to be on there.
All
last
right. Where are we
week.
at on time? Oh,
But no, I think, yeah, I mean, again, and that's the struggle. Let's talk about
Be
human
nice.
nature.
Have fun with it.
Our
man.
human nature, though,
Have
you know?
fun with it.
That's where that nature comes
We
in.
live for a very short period of time.
Self-preservation. That's part of that is part of the inalienable rights is self-preservation.
Sure.
That's natural, right? So that's kind of where it comes from.
And I'll tell you what, shit, what do you call that when you make fun of yourself?
Yeah, when you make fun of yourself.
Right. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you know, somebody, you know.
You can laugh about. I mean,
Right.
in a good way, right?
I mean,
though?
sure. No, I mean,
you're.
I do it all the time. Like, you know what? I've never claimed to be an athlete or anything, you know.
Uh-huh.
And if I do something and I'm clumsy about something, and somebody thinks, you know, they're cutting me down, and they make a comment about something I did or tried to do or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm a born athlete, you know.
Yeah, right. Kind of
I mean,
make a joke.
I know
on
who
your,
I know who I am,
on your
and
behalf or
I'm
your
okay with it, and that kind of
expense.
that actually
expense.
disarms it because it's
Right.
It's like, well, you know,
Well, and that's good. That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Disarming is good because we are and right now. I think in our country, the way Satan has manipulated people and us. I mean, manipulate us. It's like we're so defensive against everything. We can't.
We're a mess. Right
No, we
really
can't
gotta be
communicate.
nice.
We do. Even when we don't agree with someone.
We don't have to agree.
That's in the next show.
We just have to be nice to each other. I mean, just because you don't agree on something, don't mean you have to get in a fight, a physical fight about it. I mean,
or even a verbal.
Right.
Listen to.
Right. You don't have to cuss
the
each
other
other
side,
out. Or whatever.
right.
I mean,
Oh man, we had a tough conversation today with one of our daughters, and it was like, she got really upset because she felt she was hurt by what we were saying, but I think she also felt guilty because.
Did she want to go to the safe room?
The safe what?
Like on campus.
Oh yeah, where you couldn't say anything.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, so anyway, we better wrap this one up. Buddy.
Yeah, well, I think we got
we're
a
good.
new show
We're
brewing
good.
here right now.
All right.
So,
Okay.
we'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thank you guys. God bless you.